Screen actors, you go to an audition, you give your best, and you leave feeling really great. Problem is, you never hear back from them and you don't get the job. You are not alone. This happens to every actor in the game. What's important is that you understand the reasons why this might happen and what you can do so that you don't get taken out of the game. That's what this video is going to be about. 3 big reasons why you do good auditions, don't book the role, and how you can keep your game at its highest level. I'm Louis DeBianco, and this is my channel, Screen Acting Success. This is where you come every Friday for more tips, techniques, and secrets to help you become a more compelling, working screen actor in demand. If this is your first time here, click subscribe and give the video a thumbs up. Stick around to the end because I'm going to give away some free training that you are not going to want to miss. Toward the end, I'm also going to share with you the biggest mistake that actors make when they do good auditions, don't get the role, the mistake that often costs them their career, and how you can avoid making that same mistake. 3 big reasons, or main reasons, why you'll do a good audition and not book it. Number 1, physical. You might be too tall, too handsome, or too pretty in comparison to the lead actor or actress in the film. And believe it or not, decisions are made sometimes on that basis. The feeling is, this person has wonderful talent, but they might not allow our lead to stand out the way we want them to. And so, you do not get that job. The second one is the producer makes a decision after the auditions are done, after everyone's gotten excited. The casting director loves your work. The director says, I want this person. But the producer looks at all of the audition tapes and says, nope, don't want that person. I don't believe that they're well known enough. I don't believe that, or I know that their TVQ isn't as high as I want it to be. TVQ being your rate of influence with an audience who watches television. And based on that, you won't get the gig. And by the way, a producer's business decision doesn't just affect actors like me and you, it affects the very famous ones as well. A great example is Al Pacino. Godfather Part 1, he gave a brilliant performance and it launched the career of a lifetime for him. But the producers did not want him. They didn't think he was good looking enough. They felt he was not popular enough. He wasn't well known. They were complaining about his height. He was too short. And Francis Ford Coppola had to fight to get him in the film. After they got him in the film, he was going to work and doing wonderful work. Problem was, when the producers were looking at the rushes, the dailies, they didn't understand his performance because it was too subtle, and they wanted him out. He got wind of this, so that every time he went to work every day and stood in front of that camera, he knew that people didn't want him. How would that affect you? Would you be strong enough to continue and deliver your best? Well, fortunately, Coppola prevailed, and he did it with an ingenious strategy. He changed the shooting schedule. He chose a scene that didn't demand as much subtlety. It was the scene where Al Pacino, Michael Corleone, assassinates the drug dealer Sollozzo and the corrupt cop McCluskey. And when the producers saw that in the dailies, they saw his power, his rage, now they were convinced that this was the guy for the film. The rest is history. It made his career. What if he had buckled? What if he had shaken? He might be waiting on tables today. The third reason that you might not get the job is that you are their plan B. What that means is that the role that you're auditioning for is already out on offer to a fairly well-known actor, person with a profile. But that person hasn't said yes, and the contract is still being negotiated. It's up for grabs. Well, the producers, to protect themselves, they want backups. So they may run a whole bunch of auditions and see a lot of other actors in case they don't get their number one choice. Then they'll go with a secondary choice. This happens more often than you'd imagine. It's happened to me a number of times, and about a year and a half ago, they were casting for Bad Blood, the crime series supposedly about the Rizzuto family, famous Canadian mob family, and I gave a great audition. I knew it because the director kept me in the room. He was asking me the kinds of questions they only ask to people that they're really interested in. And then I found out that Paul Sorvino got the job. Well, Paul is a wonderful actor, and he has a much higher profile than me. Case closed. So, those are the three reasons. Now, here's what happens. Here's a mistake that actors will make that can destroy their career. They start listening to the voices in their heads, or the voice in their heads. What voice? If you just ask that question, it's that voice. The voice that asked, what voice? It's the voice that's always there chattering in the background, saying things to you like, come on, who are you to think that you can have a great career? Who are you to dream about becoming a star? Who are you to think that you can make a good living as an actor and perhaps even win awards? On and on and on. Well, the more you allow that voice to speak and don't do something to eliminate it, quiet it down, maybe just shut it up completely, the louder it becomes. And when it gets loud enough, it becomes an identity for you. You begin to agree with it. It's actually a form of acting. You are getting into a negative character. You start to become that person who isn't good enough. That person who is just a dreamer, who can never have a great career. And based on that, you might give up acting. Never, never give up. Al Pacino didn't give up. Meryl Streep was told that she wasn't pretty enough. Clint Eastwood was told he would never have a career because his Adam's apple was too big. I mean, there are countless stories like that. So you should do everything you can, invest in personal development, do affirmations, and focus only on what you believe is best about you. Focus on all of the experiences you've had that prove that you have talent and that you deserve to be in this game. Everyone has got to go through this. Everyone has got to fight this fight. Do you want it badly enough? If you do, stay in the game and make your mark. If you've gotten value from this, please leave your comments below so that other people can be inspired and more people will end up seeing this particular video. I promised you some free training. Well, on the screen you now see the cover of my ebook. It's the Ultimate Guide to Self-Taping. It's 21 pages, everything from acting tips to specific information about how to light yourself properly for auditions, how to achieve the best sound. I give you a list of all the recommended best gear to use to get high quality auditions, and also to get high quality self-tapes in your auditions. And also I give you a breakdown, a diagram of my studio, my setup that I'm using right now to film this video, and I use for all self-taped auditions, mine and for the actors that I shoot. You have that in the book. Just find the link below, download it for free, read it, and start applying it. Take your self-tapes to a whole other level. I'm also putting a link below to my latest online course, Self-Taping Mastery. Now, that takes a deeper dive into self-taping. Also, you'll have me in every module, guiding you step by step, holding you by the hand, and you'll have the opportunity to reach out to me with questions which I will definitely answer. Plus, when you look below and you follow the link that tells you what I'm offering in this course, you're going to notice that I'm giving away some great bonuses. One of them is a totally separate online course on live auditions, covers everything from what to do before the audition, on your way to it, in the waiting room, when you're inside the audition, and then what to do after you leave. That course sells separately for $199. It's yours, absolutely free as a gift, when you enroll in Self-Taping Mastery today. So check it out, see if it's for you. If it's not, no big deal, but definitely get the book, the ebook, and start applying what you learn and build your talent and your career. If you haven't already subscribed, do it now and give the video a thumbs up. Remember this about on-screen acting. The dialogue is certainly important, but it's always secondary to the inner life that lives beneath the lines and in between the lines. So whenever you have a script in your hands, always feel it first, then say it. If you feel it and say it, then you'll mean it. When you do all three, you'll probably book it. Feel it, say it, mean it, book it. Go out, create a stellar on-camera career for yourself. Please let me know about it so I can celebrate with you and share it with the world.